clue. Pull that one up.
All right, clue. We got that one. Okay. Clue. Oh shit. So hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We dropping the brother Rod Hayes Cash App in the link if you want to show him some love, brother. He don't do it for the money, but this is what he do for his family. So hit that like, hit that subscribe. All right, go ahead, Rod. My bad.
Okay, so the clue is just the classic whodunit story.
Okay,
right?
I'm with you.
Now, I'm gonna see this. You see, it starts out with a capital C. Background is what color?
Blue.
That's
Blue
Big Crip.
Yeah.
L, right? L flips to a 7. Right? What piece on the chessboard make the L? It's called a knight.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Which flips the C on its side. Why is the C on its side?
Because it's U.
Becomes a U. This pi root.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right? So E is the M on its side. And the M is 13, and the 13 is the queen mother.
That's right.
The queen mother is the matriarch, and the matriarch is represented by the elephant.
That's right. Go ahead. You trying it out.
Right. It's the game you got to be bored to play it. Because the idle mind is the workshop of who?
The devil.
What did the word devil mean?
Yeah, we live backwards, but it really means an advocate or a lawyer or a nigga that's going against you and trying to convince in the court. Is a fucking prosecutor, pretty much. You're there. Prosecutor.
Yeah, the devil, that's the devil's advocate.
Yeah, like the prosecutor, you broke that down. Remember the prosecutor? You said it came back to the prosecutor or the lawyer. Right. Yeah.
Now, the devil is actually the opponent that you playing against that you don't know you playing.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Right?
So if he's playing the game in the place where the idle mind is, he's playing in the game of masters. Because the masters have to master the mind in order to be able to get into the games that the masters play, the board games.
Go ahead.
So these board games gives us the clue.
Go ahead.
In a classic whodunit story to unravel who fucked up Earth so we can repair it. All right, now we had to come up earlier and tell them who had the cash scroll that ran the government for the last 6,000 years and where they get it from. Right now, in the board game of Mastermind, we just moved a piece.
Okay.
All right. We developed the clue. Who done it?
Who done it? That's right.
Right. It was the chambermaid with the rolling pin in the bed chamber in the middle of the night who crept up on Big Mama and busted her in the head.
They killed her.
Now, the reference that we give her, right, is the devil in the red dress.
Okay, right here. I see what you're saying. Go ahead.
The devil in the red dress is always at odds with the devil in the blue dress.
Okay.
You see it?
Right here.
Right? So now the devil in the blue dress and the devil in the red dress is vying for position. Now, peep game. Right brain is a 4-corner shuffle. That's a mama line.
Okay.
And the left brain is a 2-ball cane. That's a father line.
Okay.
Right? So the blue flips the 4-corner shuffle and the red flipping the 2-ball cane. Now that's a 7 sisters flip. The 7 sisters is the 7 stars of the Pleiades, unless you're talking about the 7 isles of the Canaries. But the canary is just a bird that you send down into the tunnels to make sure that the gas ain't gonna poison the people.
Facts. Facts.
Right? Now, that's a 49ers flip.
Okay.
Why did I say that? Because the 49ers just so happen to be the Miners.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, Raw, you banging tonight. I hope y'all niggas got that.
If the 49ers is the Miners and the Miners is the one that's underage, then the motherfucking girl up front is just a kid.
Right?
But she got the black hair.
So she which bloodline? She with that certain bloodline? Did they be picking them kids from?
They developing a redeemer.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? That's flipping off of one line to another line. So where did she come from? In order to get to the father line, she had to come from the mother line. Right? So this is what they call leftover right.
Leftover right.
Right?
Hey.
Father line flip to the mother line. She's her tag you it, you get the air. Right? So when the clue finally comes down that the old man on the father side and the monkey mind in the back of the mother side can merge together. You see the monkey?
Hey, is that dude holding the monkey?
Right there.
Right there.
Right. So the monkey coming in off the blue lodge.
Okay.
Right? With a C over his head.
Yeah.
What's a C over his head? It's an eye. He can see from over his head.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. It says D.
Why can he see from over his head? Because he's on the elephant's back. What do that mean? That a midget on the giant's shoulders can see farther than the giant can.
Exactly. Oh, wow, you banging tonight, bro. Go ahead.
And that's a Jay-Z flip, right? Off a blueprint.
Okay.
Right? What's a blueprint? It's a layout of the design of something.
Go ahead.
And when you unravel the clue, you spoil the mystery. Right? But it's all scrambled up. It's Scrabble. It's a word game.
That's fire. That's fire.
Pull up Scrabble.
Let's get them. It's all word games. Everything, this whole shit was happening to us is you breaking it down right now through the board games. That shit is crazy.
Scrabble. It's a board game. Scrabble. It's scramble. Right? And you see it's SC Rabble. Right? SC is South Carolina. RA is Rock. B and the B, that's 2 13s. That's 2 queens in flight. Queen mothers, that is. Flipping the L, remember the L, that's the knight. Over the E. You see the E? Which becomes what?
M?
Except for this one is already determined what it's going to be, and it's not going to be an M. So that means it's about face on the flip to turn completely around.
Okay, right here.
It's a 3.
Yeah, they did it different than the other letters. I know they got it different from the different
right, because this flip is a numbers flip. Backwards.
Okay.
Right? So the number is 3, 7, 13, 13, 1, 18, 3, 19.
Yeah, I see
19 flips the sacred seal on the S.
I see it.
The S is the symbol for the snake.
Yep.
But the S is also a Z.
Okay.
A Z is a zigzag.
Okay.
All right. If you look, you can go zigzag on the Scrabble board right there from where that thing at. Go down, right, down. That's a zigzag flip. Right? That's a red house, not for a Crip. Why did I say that? Because right over your cursor, you're going to the C. But the C flipping off the red.
Yeah. Right?
So it's a red C. And Moses parted the Red Sea. What did he do?
Go ahead.
He separated one side from the other. It's a big Tookie knot.
Okay.
Because when he formed the Crips, he created the Bloods. By default, he created both sides.
Right. That's right. That's perfect.
But the C Nation say don't neglect Washington. Right? As the founder of the Crips.
Right.
Right. So we don't neglect those who came before us that put in the service. We respect those that came before us and put in the service. So the Crip knock is the knockback to the red off of a Sugar Bear flip. Right? That's a Pyru blood. That's Big Suge Knight. That's the red bear. That's Chief Red Bear.
Chief Red Bear. I like that.
Right? And Chief Red Bear was holding down the front lines to flip out the signs for Big Tookie.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So Red reached out for Blue and Blue reached out for Red. So we had to close the Red Sea.
Okay.
Right? So when we close the Red Sea, that's closing the family tree.
Okay. Go ahead.
And the red is the blood. And the blood is blue.
Family. The blood is family, yeah.
Right. And the Crip is the Pyru. And the Pyru is the Crip, depending on how the letters flip.
Go ahead.
Right?
It's high power alchemy.
So when you come with the unity key, you can unscramble it if you can see. Remember that the I was the C that was caught up off of 3. That's a 2-bar cane off a fatherline flip. On a knockback off a 4-corner shuffle to a motherline flip. To Big Mama, where they was in the upstairs in the upper chamber playing bridge.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? And by them playing bridge, that created a golden gate. Okay. Right? And what's the golden gate? That's the gates to heaven.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? And they call the golden gates the pearly gates. Okay. And who was Pearly? Pearly was the chicken that was looking over the little genius baby with Froghorn Leghorn. Okay. It's a comedy skit.
It is heavy, man. Go ahead.
Right? So now that we unscrabbled what was scrabbled, then scrabble means scramble. Right? So to unscramble the scrabble is to unscramble what was scrambled, and they told me it was like an egg and it couldn't be put together. It's almost impossible. They forgot to tell me without the almost. It had to be impossible. It couldn't be because if it was almost, what did that mean?
That means it can be done for us.
Right. And Big Mama said, leave no stone unturned.
That's right.
So when Noble Drew Ali told me the angel came and took the key away, I immediately looked over the angel bait.
Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. And that's Big Mama Mufti. Right. He's the Grand Sharif of the land, but he's indisposed by some invaders. Okay. Which automatically makes me look back to Larry Hoover. Okay. The chairman of the board. Okay. Right. And the board is the round table. And the round table is the Moorish order of the round table. And the Knights of King Arthur sits at the Moorish order of the round table. At the round table. And they said it was the Knights of the round table.
That's right. Go ahead. I'm with you.
Right. And the knight is the piece that moved like the L. But it was really a 7. Unless it was a crooked man walking. In which case, we got the Crip key is the handicap symbol. And the Crip key is the crooked key. And the crooked key is the skeleton key. As above, so below, you reflect me and I reflect you. Right? So the skeleton key came in off of a movie called Skeleton Key on a conjurer sacrifice on the voodoo cult of Islam, and the voodoo cult of Islam sacrificed somebody by the name of Claude Green. But still, the blood of the righteous should not be spilled in vain.
That's right.
Right? So, in the justifying the acts that are justified, the righteous do right what it is by the code of righteousness. Right? So when we unscramble what was scrabbled, they said it was almost impossible. When I said it almost mean it's a chance, and if a chance, then let's take this square dance. And the square dance led us to a foxtrot. Right? And foxtrot is the name of a square dance.
Let's go.
Unless they line dance, then that's a hillbilly line dance.
Go ahead.
Right? And Billy lived in the hills. And who was Billy? Billy was a Jack. And who was Jack? Jack is Joaquin. And who was Joaquin? That's one of the pillars. Boaz and Joaquin.
Yeah.
One left and one right. One severity and one mercy. Right? So it's a training simulation. It's a program. And in the program, you put in the program in order to develop certain character traits. And at the end of the game, then somebody got to come in and set this shit straight. So when we move from the Scrabble game and we put the words in order, right, we realize that there's a bunch of corporate entities and they playing for a monopoly. Now, the funny thing about a monopoly is there's a law called the Sherman Antitrust Act. You remember that? Let's go to Google.
I got you. Go ahead.
Pull up the Sherman Antitrust Act.
Okay.
Because in this world, we know from the game of Monopoly that if you allow somebody to get a monopoly, they got a stronghold on something they can never go broke.
I'm just gonna save a couple pictures, then I'm gonna go to the all. I'm gonna go to the all for you. I just want to save a couple of these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, man. It's about to smell like butt crack up in here. The Sherman Antitrust Act authorized the federal government to institute proceedings against trust in order to dissolve them. Any combination in the form of trust or otherwise that was in restraint of trades and commerce amongst the several states of or with foreign nations will declare illegal. So anything that they let me read it again. The Sherman Antitrust Act authorized the federal government to institute proceedings against trust in order to dissolve them. Any combination in the form of trust or otherwise that was in restraint to trades or commerce amongst the several states or with foreign nations were declared illegal. So they did. You can break that down, Rod Hayes. You can break it down.
Okay, so the Sherman Antitrust was developed to prevent anybody from getting a monopoly.
Okay.
Right. Now, in the land of the gods, right?
Uh-huh.
Who's gonna tell a guy he can't own everything?
Right.
That would give him a monopoly, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So if he's smarter than all of the motherfuckers that's trying to stop the monopoly, what would he do?
He'll buy them out, make them join them. If you can't beat them, join them. What you got?
They made it illegal for anybody to have a monopoly.
Okay.
The law is this right here, the Sherman Antitrust Act.
Okay. Now,
who the fuck is Sherman?
Yeah, that's right. Who the hell is Sherman? Get the ad,
Rob. Anyway, so Sherman is Hemsley, and that's George Jefferson, who's moving on up to the east side to the deluxe apartment in the sky. Right? And who did he move up there with?
He moved up there with his family, right?
Yeah, with his wife. What was her name?
What was her name? I know it, man. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. Man. I can't think of
it was Louise, wasn't it?
Yeah, Louise. Yeah.
Louise Jefferson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you remember her nickname?
Man, I don't remember her nickname, but I remember that Louise part when you said it.
You don't remember George used to call her Wheezy.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a chief that from Lewis, Blue Lodge, Blue Mother, who's raising a son named Wheezy.
That's right.
So where we at now? We in the ENO. That's the boot.
That's right.
Right? That's the big boot. Italy, the little boot.
That's right.
Right? So it's a soccer game.
Man, this shit going over niggas' head. Go ahead. This shit going over some niggas' head.
But it ain't domestic violence. We don't sock her.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So that means that it's a ball game.
Okay, go ahead. Baba said this. What you said, that's why I know what you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
And Mama said keep your eye on the ball.
Uh-huh.
What is the ball? The ball is the goal.
Go ahead.
Until the ball get to the goal ain't accomplished. If you take your eye off, you miss it, and somebody is scoring you.
Okay.
Right? It's a trick shot. Somebody pulled a rabbit out the hat.
Damn sure right they did. Go ahead.
And the rabbit is painted in the symbology in DC. And the dog.
You told me about that with the how they set up with the layout. It's a dog feeding
the dog is sniffing the rabbit.
Yeah.
Trying to get a scent.
Go ahead.
So if the dog is sniffing the rabbit trying to get a scent, who he waiting on to scent him?
Right.
A master, right?
Go ahead.
So then the dog is waiting on the master to send him to go get the rabbit.
Go ahead.
Silly rabbit, tricks off the kids.
Yeah, tricks are for kids, silly rabbit.
Right? But why is trick spelled with an X?
That's right. Go ahead. Crack head, twist caps.
Because X marks the spot.
Hold on, let me pull it up while you saying that so they can get what you're saying. Because that shit, you going in. It's like
X marks the spot. That's a bullseye. And a bullseye is a buckeye.
Uh-huh.
And a buckeye is a red eye. And the red eye is a late night flight.
Let me say that in the box, because that's a serial box. It's all connected.
Right. And you see who been trending in social media lately, right?
You talking about that Charleston White dude or?
No, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh yeah, they got that series out, man. I said that's a man.
Now watch this.
The first episode.
No, watch this. Tricks off the kids. X marks the spot. X is the bullseye, the buckeye, the red eye.
Uh-huh.
Right? The red eye, the late night flight. The late night flight is the LAX.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The LAX is the LA Express.
Mm-hmm.
Straight to LA. LA is the city of angels.
Uh-huh.
In the county of oranges.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And it's a rack flip. On the red car, on the orange car flips to a orange rack, of oranges.
Uh-huh.
Right? On the tit for tat, knock to a knockback, tit tap, crooked man walk across the lane.
Okay.
All right. So Jeffrey Dahmer is trending. Where is he from?
Where is he from?
He's from Milwaukee.
Okay, go ahead.
And Milwaukee is the home of the Bucks.
Okay.
Right? And the Buckeye is a bullseye.
Okay.
Right? And the bullseye is another direct hit.
Okay, go ahead.
Right? On a little frail white man eating people in the hood.
What? Go ahead. I know you're talking about that.
Right. Now, Jeffrey is Dahmer, and the Dahmers are the diners, and the diners is the ones who ate the people in the plane crash.
Go ahead.
But they changed the name from Diner to Dahmer so as they can disassociate from the roots.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. But remember, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
That's right.
Right. So when you trace it back, it's a knock to a knockback on the blood sacrifice.
Okay.
On the cannibalistic flip.
Okay.
They came over here drinking blood.
Okay.
Right? And when they came over here drinking blood, they called themselves vampires.
Go ahead.
Right? And they always fought with us because we was the ones who wore wolf pelts. We were the ones who were werewolves.
That's right.
And the ones we called vampires said we was Lycans because we looked like kin, but we ain't even related.